Hey guys, I want to talk about this trade I'm in right now. We'll do it live, AMC. So I got in this trade this morning, noticing that it popped yesterday. So it had a pretty nice uptrend on the daily. I think we moved like, let's see, from 1267. Yeah, move about $1. You know, it's a $12, $13 stock, so that's pretty good. And I have these levels mapped out on here. I know it's hard to see when I do these videos, but let me see if I can get them to come around. So basically, what I'm thinking, it's hard to see on this laptop, but I do have all the support and resistance. You can see here. So you know the next resistance on the daily, where it's close and open price is $16.97. We blew right through this $14.36 resistance. So now we're kind of in the middle of nowhere here. But usually what you'll see and what's happening right now, you see this $15.80, this pre-market high. So a lot of times pre-market highs or post-market highs or lows can be significant and be an important part if you're doing an intraday trade. So just that day, you know, psychologically it messes with traders or something like that. Anyway, so knowing that, I'm going to start selling a little bit. I have 5,650 shares. You can see here my average is $14.34. So I want to sell into the strength going into $15.80. So I think I'm going to start doing like 300 lots, 1538. And I'm going to just look at this a little bit closer. And what I'm going to do when I sell, usually I rely on the 10-minute chart. So I do a 10 days, 10 minutes. That's what I have here. Whereas when I'm buying, I'll do 1 day, 1 minute. But all my levels of support, when you draw levels of support, whether it's on a daily, a monthly, yearly, whatever, they show up on every time frame chart. So you're good. So if you're looking at a 1 minute chart, I can see where the support is. And basically, you know, let's compare this 15-minute chart. This is the 15-minute chart of AMC today compared to the 1-minute chart. You can get a lot more information. You know, you can see when to buy, when you got your dip. The support and resistance are a little bit more, you know, exact. And you know, it's really the person's preference, whatever you want to do. But I like the 1 minute chart. So I'm just going to try to watch, as I said in the previous videos, volume, right? We need volume. So it's 240. Now, there's been a few times that this stock has ran before the close and then kind of dropped into the close. So I'm going to sell shares on the way up. And remember what I tell you guys, sell into strength. So as that price is going up, I'm hitting join the ask. So I got 300 in there, join the ask. I really don't like that join the ask though, because what's this? Your account is dropped. I'm on a different account. So long. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to sell into the strength as I can get these green candles kind of going back up. Looks like we're dipping a little bit now, 1534. But you can see I'm pretty confident in my levels, and I don't see any resistance until that's 1697, wasn't it? So, you know, but remember that pre-market high, I think it was 1580, wasn't it? So let's take another look. We need a 10-day, 10-minute chart to See that, but we can probably use a 5-day, 5-minute. Yeah, 1575 over here. So you can see, you know, it went to 1575, curled all the way down, pretty much on these days held that support. So this is support here, right where the white line is. And you can see the stock bounces off of that all the time. So buying AMC at this level, which is $12, is pretty safe, looking like nowadays anyway. So here we go. Look at this. We got 15-minute candles now. Now let's take a look at the 1-minute candle. All right. So you see the difference? You can really tell the volume. You know, we're trading about 2 million shares. We'll call it 1.8 million shares a minute. You guys see this down here on the bottom right? So that's our volume. It says 1, 2 in millions. And then look at these candles. So you need volume for anything, and you want to take advantage of when you have volume, and you want to take advantage of when the stock price is rising, right? So I'm gonna do that. You know, I'm gonna start selling 1,000 shares at a time. So I'm going to join the ask for 1,000 shares, 15. You know, just make some money here because it could dip. And I don't want that. Let's see. Come on. Now, easy thing, a little trick that there you go. All right, so you see how it sold when the candle was red and then it went green? That was my order, I believe. So a little trick that I learned over the years. We're on the 1-minute chart, right? So how do you know if volume is dying down? You hover the mouse over that candle, and on the bottom right here, I'm sorry, on the bottom left, you can see the volume, exactly how many shares have traded when you hover over it. So let's say you're halfway through the next candle, you put the cursor over the previous candle, see the total volume, then you hover it over the candle that's being made in that moment, and if it's 30 seconds away or 30 seconds through you know, a 1-minute candle, you should have at least half of what you had of that previous candle. The volume's steady, the volume's good. The volume does sometimes drop off, go down a little bit, but when you see stock price, it's going up, looks good, got a lot of momentum, you know, a lot of traders are talking about it. When you see these nice moves like this, right, 1440 to 1570 here, in what's that, 45 minutes, that's a good move, right? How much more do you think we're going to get? I don't think too much more, but I do know my resistance levels, and it is pushing, and there are a lot of retail traders who think they're going to get rich on this. So, you know, they'll buy it up, and whatever the reason for the price of the stock going up, I don't care. I don't care. So I'm going to start selling more 500 lots. So we got a red candle there. We're on the 1 minutes. Now, this is what can keep you in a trade longer, right? So you see we got that resistance up here. I'm trying to hit this 17 because that's another $1.40 a share, but I won't try to get all the way to 17. So to keep you in a trade longer and kind of let you know, give you a different opinion or a different outlook, you want to look at different time frames. So we're on the 1 minute, right? Now let's go to the 10 minute. It never loads in here. So there's the 10 minute, and then I do the 10 day. So 10 minute, 10 day, and then hit OK. All right, all good. You see, to me, this is easier to stay in a trade. When you're on the 1 minute and you start to get these little fluctuations of price, whether it's 5 cents or whatever, psychologically you're seeing a red candle. You're seeing the price decline. However, look at this chart. For the past, each one of these is 10 minutes. These are 10-minute candles. For the past half of an hour, price has constantly went up, and we look good. And then again, let's do the volume trick here. So it is 2:45. These are 10-minute candles, so we're about halfway through this candle. So the previous candle here, I see it says 12,400,000 shares. So I should have at least 6,000 or 6 million about here. Yep, and I do. Look, 6,150,000. So to me, what I've learned after a while, that's a good indicator that the stock price is going to keep on going up because you got that consistent volume in there. So, you know, we'll see. We will see. How many more shares do we have left? You know, we're only 6 out of 10 minutes through this candle, so we got another 4 minutes. You know, if I see it getting weak, I'm gonna, you know, kind of determine what to do here, because this account that I'm trading in is a cash account. It's kind of a pain because I'll have to wait for it to clear. It's one of my clients' accounts, so it can become a hassle. See, now I don't like this candle here. You know, it's $15.44 now. 55, 65 cents. So we drop about 30 cents. This is you know, not a bearish candle, but look, the price got all the way up here. And I'm doing a new video, so you guys know I've been working on it for days and days, pretty much the whole weekend. So it's going to be called how to invest and how to trade and invest in the stock market for beginners, a step-by-step guide. And I'm breaking down everything that I can possibly think of. So candlesticks are going to be in there. You need to learn how to read candlesticks. You can use bar charts, you can use line. It's just once you use candles and you understand how to read them, it's very easy. And each one of them, you could look at it and be like, okay, people are getting nervous, or wow, people are really buying. That's a strong candle, that's a weak candle, things like that. There's reversal candles that help out a lot, and then, you know, all the candles are the same, whether it's a monthly, weekly, 1 minute. So the higher time frame of a chart, let's say we're looking at a yearly or a monthly, that candle holds a lot more clout than a candle of that stock on the 1 minute chart today. You see what I'm saying? Because you can have a bunch of different things, but that's telling you what that price of the stock did that whole month or the whole year. So you take that into consideration a lot more. And I think you guys probably have noticed that I always look at different time frames. I like the weeklies, I look at the monthlies. You have to be able to determine how long could I possibly be in this trade when you're buying stock, and what is my exit to get out, where's my resistance, where's my support, how much am I risking, all that stuff. I'm going to put all that in a video too and pretty much break it down really easy. So you guys be on the lookout for that. All right, so here we go. Look at this candle, right? We have 9,500,000 shares traded in 8 minutes and 40 seconds. All right, so we got some time left. Now, the previous one, right, was 12 million. So I am going to join the ask. I join the ask for 1548, because you could. The volume's still good though. Actually, I mean, it doesn't need to constantly be going up. There we go. We sold it. So it's 2:49 p.m. We still got a little bit of time left in this candle. And remember, you know, that that resistance. Look at where it stopped. This one. If you hover over the candle and then you look on the, you see where it says AMC. There's little brackets above there, or boxes, and it will tell you O for opening price, C for closing, H for high, L for low, things like that. And then down here, where you see this crosshairs moving, that's where the volume is, the numbers, the actual numbers that you can tell, instead of, you know, comparing the bars. But of course you're going to compare the bars, but you want to know the number, and then look at the time ticking down on the, and compare that to whatever candlestick chart you're using to know whether or not you are losing volume, momentum. All right, so I gotta join the ask again. So I have 3,650 shares left, and every time I keep on hitting join the ask, it's selling. So to me, we've been trading a while. You'll see, like if you're hitting join the ask and it's selling right away, people are willing to pay what you're asking for. You're not selling the bid. That's a good thing. There's buyers there. Not all the time, but especially with options. If you get filled on an option order real quick, it's usually going the other way. All right, so looks like a little momentum loss here. Now, what do I got here? Yeah, see, so this is where you got to make some decisions. We're up pretty good amount of money. It is 2:51 going into 3 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is take this another 500 shares. How many do I have left? 3,650. So let's take 650 shares and join the ask. Let's see if there's any buyers that are willing to come up to that price. Of course, we could swing this overnight. I could hold it. It's just with the cash account, I try to close stuff up, quick as I can. I held some stuff over the weekend, this weekend, and I should have closed it out on Friday. I would have wound up making more money. Still had profited on Monday, but not as much as I would have on Friday, and that's fine. I would do it again too because it was worth it. I was looking for a gap up. So a gap up is, let's say, there we go. We got filled on the ask. So a gap up is when, let's say, a stock closes at $40 on Friday, and it goes pretty good, strong into the close on Friday. So you could have on Monday morning, close at 40 on Friday, right? It could be at 41.50, 42, because it's continuing that strength. So you'll have traders that are on that. They're already in the trade from Friday. They know what's going on. So they can trade at 4 in the morning. My video is going to go over that too. What brokers to use, the hours that they're open, the benefits and things like that of the different brokerages and different types of accounts. I think I covered almost everything in this video. It's taken me a while, but I'm excited to get it to you guys. So, all right, let's do our candle thing. So we got 3 minutes that went by on the candle, and we have 2.5 million shares. On the previous 10-minute candle, we had 10,400,000. So it's about the same. When you look at it in the 3.5 minutes, now we got 2.5 million. So we're off by what, 10%, something like that. I would want it to be 30% actually, because you would want it to be 3.5, somewhere around there. But that does not mean that the price can still not go up. You don't need a volume for the price to go up. There's a lot of institutions short this, so they're trying to profit on the stock going down, and you got a whole bunch of retail traders trying to profit on it going up. So all these retail traders got together, just like with GME, and squeezed these guys. It's called short squeeze. I'll do a video. I have one video on IHT actually. I made a pretty good bit of money noticing the short squeeze before it happened. I got in too early, but I knew it was going to squeeze. I used to short penny stocks, so I can see those things coming a mile away. Bear trap, we call them. Short trap. So what time is it? 2:54. Alright. Yeah, that candle. Always watch your candles, guys. Always look at the time frame, take things into consideration, watch your volume. It's not good to watch how much money you're profiting. I have this stuff up here to show. I don't know how to get these buys and sells off of here when I'm doing these videos, but whatever. The money that you have in your account, it doesn't matter. You know, if I bought $10,000 worth of stock in one account, and then I bought $100,000 worth of stock in one account at the same time, I'm still going to make the same percentage. So that's all that matters to me is percentages, and numbers add up over a while. All right, now 255. We have 3,000 shares left. Just trying to see this. I got a patient to see in 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't like the fact that 6 minutes has went by and we have only 4 million shares. I guess that's almost half of 10, but it's not. The volume's dying down. Look at this volume bar down here. Look at this one. Now look at this one. All right, so I'm going to go and let's see if I can get 1,000. Join the ask. I think it's going to, it's hard to tell because there's a lot of retail traders on this, so it could run. But if I see anything I don't like, and I'm going to wind up start taking a big chunk of the profit out, I'm going to get rid of it and sell it and just take the money and be happy for the day. It's 3 o'clock. It could run really strong into the close. You know, I had this going to $20 this week. That's where I think it's going. But with the cash account, it's hard because actually, all right, I'm going to get out of this. Yeah, so join the ask, sell the bid, sell market, buy the ask. So yeah, I don't use this stuff up here too much. Join the bid, flatten, sell the bid. Okay, so we could sell the bid, boom. But look, all right, so we just sold $1,000. So what does that mean when you're selling the bid? Down here is something called level 2 in this blue. So your bid is on the left. These are the people saying, look, I'll give you this amount of money for AMC right now. So $15.33 if you can see it. And then the ask is on the right hand side. So you got all your sellers over here. Now if a sale goes through, and every sale that does go through for the day, that's what you see over here, right here. So look all the way to the right. This is called time and sales, and it literally shows every order that that goes through, the size and the time down to the minute and the second. So we're gonna keep an eye on this. I've got a patient in a couple minutes, but let's see, we have 2,000 shares left. So we locked in about $5,000. Seems to be like a number with me and AMC. A couple weeks ago or a week ago, whatever it was, when I first started the channel, I traded AMC a couple of times, and the first trade I made like 5K, and again, the money doesn't matter, but I just think it's ironic. And then I traded it again the next day because I was in a different account, so I could go in and out with a margin account. I wish I could do that today with this account because this is the one I keep on this laptop and try to record and all that, because it's going long, and I like to short a lot and bet on the stocks going down, and you can't do that in a cash account. I'll explain all that in the video that's coming up too. All right, so we are pretty much all the way through this candle, 9 minutes and 30 seconds. And this is the first red candle in a while. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, it's half hour, 40 minutes, whatever it is. A lot of times stocks do rip into the close, so you'll get a nice move up. That could happen, it couldn't happen. Again, I always go back to the volume. That's mainly what I watch, and I know a lot of retail traders are on this stock. They love it. You know, I was watching some video over the weekend, and I think this kid said, he said, yeah, it's gone to 100,000. $100,000 a share, right? Hey. But not that I believe that, but you take into account the fact that there are people out there that legitimately believe that, and that it could, be a GME times whatever. Like that's been kind of the talk lately. And I saw AMC brewing up a while ago. If you look at my video back on my channel, it'll say AMC. Some of the sound is no good in there. I had to buy a new microphone, and I was getting used to shooting videos and all that, and kind of talking to people. I love teaching, so that's not an issue. But my voice was low. I had an echo and all that. But I do have an AMC video in there, and you notice that I noticed this thing start acting nice like 3 days before we got the news that they did an offering and raised like $450 million. All right, so we're about a minute through. I got a patient coming up. 3 o'clock. I got 2,000 shares left. So I gotta kind of make a decision here. A couple minutes. So we have 600,000 shares traded in 1 minute and 37 seconds. All right, 600, 700,000. Yeah, hard, because I fully believe this can hit 17, and then once it breaks through 17, we've been trying to get to this level for a long time. If you trade, been waiting for this level for such a long time. When you look at the chart and you look at the different time intervals, you look at the weekly chart and all that, like this thing has just been setting up to do this for a long time. Now I want to sell and get out and take the money and that's it and call my patient, but it's looking pretty strong now. Now, one thing I don't like though, look at this, is small volume. What do we got? 2 minutes and 40 seconds on this candle, but we had a pretty good price fluctuation from $15.30 to about an additional 16 cents. I guess that's not crazy. Now, one of the reasons that could be is because now it's called what we call power hour in the stock market, the last hour of the day. So you have a lot of volume, and then you have traders that will only trade the close. You have traders that will only trade the open. And honestly, it's really the best way to go about it, because you make your money in the morning, in the afternoon with the move. You're not going to get, usually, like probably 85% of the time, you're not going to get a move as big as you got in the beginning of the day or the end of the day, in the middle of the day. Unless you got like a constant uptrend the whole day or a constant downtrend the whole day. The money's made in the morning and the afternoon. And I think distribution, it's lunchtime. They're just amateur hour there. But yeah, you'll see that as you trade for a while. And that another part of the video too that I'm doing is the difference between trading and investing, and the different mindsets, and how being a trader can make you a really good investor, as far as knowing when to buy, when's a good time to buy the stock. Because traders every day, you can talk to an investor, right? He may know 20 stocks or something like that. Talk to a trader who trades every day, can name off all these ticker symbols. We call them tickers. So AMC is the ticker for AMC movie theater. C is the ticker for Citibank. Things like that. Yeah, I don't like this. 1537, 1552. All right, so we got 2,000. Let's do 100 and join the ask. Just kind of throw something out there, see what's going on, see if we get it. Now we shouldn't, I don't want this to get weak, but that looks not strong. All right, there we go. We sold 100, so they paid up for those. Sold 100. Let's see this patient. All right, phone consult. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to watch this. I don't necessarily like how it's acting right now, but it's also holding up. Let's see, volume, and the price is holding up too. So we got 3 million shares traded in 5 minutes. So the volume's dying down when you do the math, because we got these 10-minute candles. And initially we had 12 million, then 10 million. So the volume's dying down. Now here's the thing though, you need to take into account the fact that we are closing. We're going into the close, so we can get some good momentum to either side. We could sell off or we could rip up. And if you have, what do we got, 1,900 shares? I think I'm going to dump this. We have 1,900 shares. Yeah, I'm getting out. I gotta call a patient anyway, so you know I'm not gonna get greedy. I'm happy with that. 5,650 shares. You can catch $1 on this stock pretty much. You just look at the weekly, look at the daily, see when it's piercing through resistance, and I've caught $1 and $2 on this. I can't tell you how many times in the past couple of weeks. And it's a pretty cheap stock too. I mean, what is it, $15? So that's good, because I was catching it when it was $10. It's already up 50% from that initial buy. But yeah, so quick video. Leave any questions you guys have in the comments, and I'll do a recap of this trade and what happens afterwards, and kind of link it to the video if it makes sense. Either way, I'll talk about it because I'm going to watch it. But I think that was a pretty good buy and sell. I have to look at the averages. Now, if this, I'm going to link this margin account to this, and start trading on the margin account to this one, so I can go in and get out, go in and then get out, because I wanted to buy more shares. I wanted to sell earlier in the morning when AMC was close to 15, because I thought we were going to dip. Most of the time during the middle of the day, price dips in the stock market. So you sell like right around here, 10:30, 11 o'clock, and then see how low it goes. Look at your support on your individual chart. Look at your support. Where's the market approaching? If they both look good, pretty safe probably to buy the shares there. So you can then buy those shares that support in the middle of the day, or buy call options. And if the market's going to rip and increase in price the last part of the day, that's where you're going to benefit the most. I mean, yeah, of course you could benefit from right here. Let's say we bought 1,000 shares at $13.62, but we could have sold them at $15, we'll just call it. Now, you also have to deal with the fact that if you held those shares the whole time, you know, right around 1:20 in the afternoon, you're like, oh, I'm down to 14.25 now. You know, it's not that, it's 75 cents. So there's a lot of things you got to take into consideration. But yeah, just know your stocks, know what stocks are being talked about on social media, by traders, in the news, things like that, because you need to know what to get in, and you kind of need to know how they behave and the psychology behind each trade you're in, because every stock is different. Tesla's got its own behavior, AMC, GME, every stock, they all trade differently. So, you know, maybe pick a couple that you're comfortable with and stick with those, and just try to trade those every day, get the hang of them, and they could be your go-tos. Me, I like to jump around every day. And I sold those shares a little too early, but that's okay. Gonna do a phone consult here, so I'll wrap the video up and add to it once I get a chance tonight. Looks like we're rising in price here. We'll see. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Well, that's a 10-minute candle. See look at the volume. It's lower, lower, lower. So I'm not 100% confident in this. I think we sold around 15.30, so not too bad, because the high of the day is 1573, and not many people sold then. Yeah, 50 is 20-cent move, but it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All right, thanks guys. I will talk to you later. Let me know if you got any questions in the comments below, and I look forward to helping you out. And be on the lookout for my new video. Once I get it all finished, it'll be out there and go from everything A to Z, and hopefully help some new traders out there. I mean, it tells you how to open an account, what to click, yada yada. Been working on it a while. But yeah, thanks for your time. Let me know if you got any questions in the comments.